How's it going? David Dunn here from Lansdowne Roar, and just a very quick fire reaction here to Ireland's Nations League group that was drawn today on the, well, time recording today, the 8th of February 2024. Put into Group 2B, sounds like a classroom. Top seeds, England, Finland, second seeds, ourselves, third seeds, and Greece, fourth seeds. Written in the stars with the English in our WhatsApp group, our writers WhatsApp group. Actually, we said it's going to be England. Has to be England. We just felt it. No inside information. Yeah, and there you have it. It's going to be the first competitive match. First time we played England since 2020 when he beat us 3-0 in an empty Wembley Stadium. First competitive game against the English since 1991 in the 1-1 win. In Wembley Stadium in a Euro 92 qualifier, and the first competitive home match we played, home match since 1990, November 1990, in a 1-1 draw in Euro 92 qualifier as well. Finland, well, according to the bloke on the TV that was doing the thing I watched it on the website. So I wanted to throw my phone against the wall. Yeah, we're gonna have to draw at 5 o'clock. It's never the time you say that. It's always some guy banging on about, I don't know, apparently village named the kids after him or something. Do you remember the good old days with the BBC when, you had Bert Millichip sort of wheeled out, and you had Graham Kelly with the real boring, mundane voice on the BBC doing a draw for the FA Cup. Fantastic. In, out, no nonsense. The Ryanair of cup draws, that was. And then you had the Nations League song. It was just pure UEFA cringe. They're all at it. It was just dreadful. But anyway, the bloke on that apparently said, if I heard him right, that Finland have never finished lower than second in their group. Of course, Republic of Ireland have never finished lower than third or higher than third in their Nations League group, including the very first Nations League, where it was actually 3 teams in it. We got relegated, but because they changed the rules and put another team in, we were put back in again. So happy days. And of course, the Greeks, who gave us an absolute battering in Athens last year for the European Championships, probably was the final nail in the Stephen Kenny coffin there. And of course, the home match as well. I mean, that really sealed his fate, didn't it? But of course, this will be a very different Ireland team. Still no manager in situ. They obviously wanted to have the man in place, Lee Carsley, in time to be present at this draw. Hasn't happened. The latest news on that is, well, according to the Mirror anyway, that he said no, but he hasn't closed the door on it. So they're kind of trying to twist his arm and get him involved and work out the final details. Apparently, if it's not Lee Carsley, it's going to be Neil Lennon, and I mean, nobody wants that. I don't even think Neil Lennon wants that. With this Nations League group, how it works is, now we're in League B, and England are in League B because they got relegated from League A. Last time around, I think they got battered by Hungary 4-0, which is incredible when you consider the team they have is phenomenal. One of the very best in world football, I'm sorry to say, with 2 players that should be playing in green, but we won't get into that. Martin O'Neill. Pretty much, yes. If you win the group, you go back into Group A or League A. That's, let's be honest, it's probably going to be England. If you finish second in the group, you go into playoff with a team that finishes third in the group in League A. So you have a chance to get promoted. Promotion, relegation, playoff there. If you finish third, like we have, you go into a promotion, or you go into a relegation playoff with a team from League C, and they have a chance to go into League B at the expense who finishes in third if they win that playoff, and whoever finishes last will be relegated to League C. Now, as we're recording this, we don't have the fixtures. We will have another episode, by the way. I'll talk about that at the end of this video. We are going to have a state of play, and we'll have, hopefully, all the fixtures, and we can have a more comprehensive reaction. But it's just kind of a quick fire reaction, just sort of, well, tell you where we are at this very moment in time. Whet the appetite for the state of play. But here are the match days. Match day 1 is going to be between the 5th and 7th of September. Match day 2 will be September 8th, 10th. Match day 3 will be October 10th and 12th. Match day 4 will be October 14th, 15th. Match day 5 will be November 14th and 16th. Match day 6 will be between November 17th and 19th. Now, if we are in a playoff, either if we finish second and we're in promotion, a chance to get promoted to League A, those playoffs will take place in March. No dates really announced for those. And if we're in relegation battle, those games will also take place in March. So, let's see how that goes. But yeah, I mean, look, as I said, we don't have a manager in place yet. This is going to be we're a very unknown entity, because we don't know. We don't know what way we're going to set up. We don't know. No one knows anything about us. We're going to be very different to the time we played Finland in the Nations League during the pandemic, behind closed doors. Also, when we played England during that time, and hopefully Greece, because we were terrible against Greece in the last 2 games. So it's going to be very, very interesting. They might not even have Gus Poyet in charge, because I think he is up to the playoffs when they have their playoff game, and he was even, sort of spouting around that he wanted the Ireland job. So all very weird there. But we go back to Athens anyway. On a personal note, okay, you expect England to do the business, but look, for me, my bank balance is delighted it's England, because that means if it's in London, I don't have to travel anywhere, because yes, I live in London, so I'm being very selfish, and Martin lives in London as well, and there's a massive Irish community over here, so it'd be fantastic fun, great crack. I was in the stadium in I'm going to say 2013 when we drew 1-1 with England in Wembley. I was actually in the away end. Sorry, I was in the home end, and yeah, I remember Shane Long scored right in front of us, and I wanted to explode. I just surprised I didn't get a bottle in the back of the head, to be honest. I had the England band behind me, Jesus. But anyway, it's got to be. I can't wait for it, and of course, going back to Athens is okay, but for me, Finland. I've never been to Finland before. Going to be a great experience, and I can't wait. And of course, we're going to be looking to do all the live episodes from the stadium. Please God. Yeah, do you know what? I think we're going to leave it there. We will have Martin on with me tomorrow, or for the next episode, which will be the state of play. So if it's already recorded, it'll be the next video after this one, or podcast if you listen to an audio version of this. Martin was at a function tonight, Donegal. Something to do with Donegal. I don't want to say Donegal catch. I don't know. Anyway, Shay Gibbon was there with Packy Bonner, and they were just, obviously Packy Bonner's spoken to, he knows who the next manager is, but he wasn't giving anything away. I just got off the phone with Martin. He wasn't giving anything away. Packy wasn't. Fair enough, you expect that too, sadly. But Martin will have some interesting comments from that one. Also, we're going to talk about the fixtures. So the fixtures should be released by the time we record that state of play. So we should know what the fixtures are. I think you put them in a computer. Boom, there you go. And then you have to discuss what venues they're going to be in. So we'll know a bit more than that. Please God, England in London. If it's in Manchester or anyone, no, my luck would be in Newcastle. But anyway, we'll talk about that. Also, we'll talk about the more controversy with the FAI. Apparently, an email was sent out to some fans. I don't know too much about this. Going to talk to Martin a bit more. Where there was a report by the Dutch FA pretty much blaming the Irish fans for the delay in the game in Amsterdam. And I think if you were there, I was there, but I was in the media section. Martin was there, and I want to talk to him about this, but I think he didn't get into like half time. And basically, the FAI have come out and apologized for the interpretation of that. I think we're going to talk more about that as well. And we will have the latest on the Irish manager situation. You never know. We might even have an Irish manager, according to the Daily Mirror, or the Irish Daily Mirror. we'll have a manager within the next week. Anyway, we're going to leave it there. As per usual, if you wouldn't mind, please hit the subscribe button. Head over to our Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And if you want opinion, head over to thegreenmachinepodcast.com. That's thegreenmachinepodcast.com. And there will be an audio version of this, and it's wherever you get your podcasts, really, your Spotify, your Google, and your Apple Podcasts. And yeah, anyway, we'll be back with State of Play with Martin on Friday night, Saturday morning. Yeah, thank you very much for listening. All the best, and good night, and God bless.